Welcome to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm your host, Joy Taylor. On today's show, what are the biggest takeaways from the hyped matchup between LeBron James and Lonzo Ball? Plus, breaking down how the Cowboys can keep their playoff hopes alive this weekend. And who will win Sunday's huge game between the Patriots and Steelers? Skip, Shannon, let's get to it. Let's start with Lonzo and LeBron. For the first time, Lonzo got to play his idol, LeBron, in Cleveland last night. The Cavs got the win, but Lonzo had a solid game with 13 points and 11 assists. LeBron had another triple-double with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists. But the big moment that everyone is talking about took place right after the game ended when LeBron and Lonzo had a quick conversation with their mouths covered by their jerseys. LeBron was then asked about that discussion. Let's take a listen.
We saw you had a moment with Lonzo there. What did you have to say to him?
I didn't tell him anything. It's not for everybody. There's enough noise out there already with Zoe, and it's not for me to discuss. But, you know, he has a bright future, like I said the other day in my quotes. And, you know, they got a bunch of young guys, and they don't stop running, I'll tell you that. So it's a good win for us.
Shannon, what do you think LeBron said to Lonzo?
Hey, Zoe, I'm bad, ain't I?
Yeah. Well, I think since Zoe idolized him his whole life, don't you think Zoe kind of knew that?
Yeah. He just tried to get you to know that, too. But anyway, Skip, I think he told him what he said a lot in his quotes. He said, look, bro, you got a bright future ahead of you. You're going to be special in this league. He said, but this outside noise that has no bearing on the game, block that out. Just play ball, because he loves to say that. Just play ball. Mm-hmm. If anyone can relate to what Lonzo Ball is going through and the hoopla and the expectations of being great, it's one LeBron James. The dude was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a 17-year-old. Mm-hmm. He's special. He knows it. He knows what the expectations are, but he also knows that you can easily get distracted when you start listening, because you know what he and LeBron have in common? Every game that LeBron has played, even in year 15, gets critiqued and analyzed. Lonzo Ball has played 27 games.
That is true.
Every game that he's played.
Every game. We come in here the next day and just tear it all apart.
Either he plays really good or he's a bum.
Yep.
And that's what he's going to have to go through moving forward. But LeBron is saying, bro, when you're out here, nothing else matters. You play the game the right way, very unselfish. It's very important to you that your teammates get involved. You want to make sure they're happy. That's why you give the ball up. Skip, and last night I thought this was one of his better games. They lost, but you could see he's getting the ball, he's pushing the tempo. Now, you still would like to see him get in the lane a little more. Again, another night, he didn't shoot any free throws. You would like to see him try to get the ball to the rim and maybe draw some fouls and kick, but I thought he did an exceptional job last night. But if you notice one thing about LeBron James, Skip, LeBron is not one of these great players that want to hoard all the information. You've seen a lot of pro athletes, regardless of the sport. I ain't telling him nothing. I ain't giving him no hints. He coming for what I got, so I ain't helping him. LeBron's like, nah. He and Kevin Durant, he embraced Kevin Durant. They play pickup in the offseason.
They did.
Because you know why? 23 ain't worried about nothing. He ain't worried about no one. Because they can't do what he do on a nightly basis. Year 15, still giving folk the business. And I told you yesterday, what did I tell you yesterday, Skip? He gonna get a triple dub on Lonzo. You know what? And maybe
Lonzo almost got a triple-double on him.
No, he didn't do that. No,
he's close.
But here's the thing. Maybe Lonzo played a little better. Maybe he played better without his dad being around.
Had his two brothers behind the Lakers bench.
Yeah, the brothers ain't up there grandstanding and waving and high-fiving everybody. But I think Bron told him that if it's not basketball related, don't pay any attention to it. And everybody critiquing you and saying this, you should do this, you should do that. You know how to play the game. Play the game like you've been playing it your entire life, and let all this auxiliary noise just drown it out and go play ball.
Well said. I agree with most of your points. First, let me say to your earlier point, I do appreciate the interest that LeBron has taken in this kid. And I do think that LeBron is genuinely honored by the fact that Lonzo idolized LeBron and tried to pattern on and off the court his life after LeBron's. And I do think that LeBron, even early on, admires the very unselfish way that Lonzo plays, and that he already deeply respects how humble, as he spoke about the other day, how humble and grounded that Lonzo has managed to stay, given all the noise swirling around him. But having said all that, I did think it was a bit of a grandstand play by LeBron to do this in front of the camera and make it such a big issue that he's passing down the wisdom from Mount LeBron to young Lonzo on national TV, knowing full well. You don't think LeBron planned this or premeditated some of it? If we win, I think I'm going to pull the kid aside and pull my jersey up and talk to him.
But if you notice, Skip, he always pulls his jersey up over his mouth when he's talking to someone on the court because he knows you're going to be reading his lips. What if he said, what neighborhood you live in L.A.? What's the weather like this time of year in L.A.? Skip, he going.
By the way, I do not think LeBron talked about L.A. for 1 second.
No.
I just don't believe it.
Absolutely not.
It's way premature. And the Lakers team is just stocked with young talent, but it's really young talent.
Young.
Their under 25s last night scored 100 total points. So it's young, but it's coming. And trust me, in the second half of this year, this Laker team is going to get better and better.
Right.
I'm going to speak to that in just a minute. But LeBron did say, and you alluded to this, after the game, LeBron said, I know everything he's going through, meaning Lonzo. Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. I get what you say, cover of Sports Illustrated, but I don't know if LeBron really gets what this kid is going through having LeVar Ball as a father. LeBron didn't have any kind of, well, he didn't have a father at all, but he didn't have a LeVar Ball hovering over his shoulder.
But let me ask you this, Skip. If he didn't have LeVar Ball, see, it's the hype. But as far as the expectations of coming in as the number 2 draft, because think about it, Skip, Lonzo comes in as the number 2 draft pick. Braun was number 1 overall. The expectation is you got to be great. Critique every game.
There was expectation, but I'm going to tell you again because I lived through it and I was doing television through it. Mm-hmm. It was positive expectation. The league was so excited to have LeBron in it.
Right. Straight
out of high school. We all watched him on national TV at St. Vincent, St. Mary.
Yes.
We got to see it up close, and you could just see it and say, whew.
Right.
And so, opening night at Sacramento featuring, was he still 18? I think he was still 18-year-old LeBron James. It was a spectacle, man. Yes. And he lived up from night number 1. And there was no negativity around it. LeVar Ball, who's become an instant international celebrity, has, unfortunately, painted the biggest target on his number 1 son's back that's ever been painted on a rookie in any sport in the history of sports, to me. I can't imagine. And it's negativity that he has created. It's resentment.
Right.
It's rooting against instead of rooting for. I think, I'm not sure LeBron can relate to that.
Skip, I believe everybody wants Lonzo to do well. But in the process of Lonzo doing well, guess what they have to hear? I told you my boy was great. I told you my boy was going to do this. And so
he does. He takes all the fun out of it. He does. No, I agree.
I told you. All he had to do was listen to me all along. Zo could have been doing this.
I mean, just remember, keep this in perspective. Lonzo's father created his own shoe brand just for Lonzo Ball.
Right.
Before he dribbled one time in the NBA. You don't think that's pressure that LeBron, even LeBron can't relate to?
You know what, Skip? I'm not so sure LeVar Ball didn't create that shoe for LeVar Ball.
Okay, that's fair too. And I'm with you. But LeVar Ball already is the star of a reality TV show.
Yes.
LeVar Ball arguably is already a bigger celebrity than his son is. Is that possible? I think he is. Mm-hmm. Didn't that just happen over the last 6 months?
It did.
And keep this in perspective. There has been no more unconventional shot in the history of basketball than Lonzo Ball's shot. I've never seen anything like it. You can see all the pictures of Reggie or whoever, Jamal Wilkes, Keith Wilkes in the early days. Nobody, no right-handed shooter ever launched the ball from the left side of his face.
Correct.
Nobody's ever done that. Have they?
No.
I mean, I don't know anybody. This is the most mold-shattering, unconventional shot ever.
Orthodox.
It's completely unorthodox to the point that it heaps even more pressure on the kid to try to live up.
Right.
And I was sort of relieved for him last night. He made 3 threes.
Yes.
Okay. And he made a 2. You know, like it's like, okay, you did that. So, in the end, what do I think he said to him? I think he told him to just tune out the noise, number one. And maybe he said to him, because I don't think LeBron likes LeVar at all. And maybe he went to, you need to become your own man. And I don't know if he would take a shot at LeVar because that's
I don't believe he
way
would.
too deep. It's too.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you might be trying to help
Yeah.
this young man, but that is his dad.
That's his dad, and his dad to dad. I just don't know if you can go there.
Right,
But
correct.
I think he could suggest to him, you need to grow up and become your own man and make your own choices.
Do you?
Do you? And that would be powerful wisdom from LeBron James. That would work. But as far as, look, we all know what's happened. LeBron's bought a second house right here in Brentwood, which is not far from where we're sitting right now here in the west side of Los Angeles. And reportedly, LeBron and his wife went and checked out a private high school it's over the hill from here, but it's not too far from Brentwood and Sherman Oaks. And you think, 2 + 2 = what? I don't know. I still can't see LeBron James coming here next year. Do you?
No, I don't, Skip. But when I get to the game, I'm worried for one Savannah James. Because LeBron done started dating these triple dubs. I think he like them.
Oh, God.
I think he like them, Skip, because he been flirting all along.
How long did you lay awake last night coming up with that one?
Joy.
That was like Rob Parker.
No, this is
That
Joy.
was a Rob Parker.
Although you managed to get through the joke without laughing.
Yeah.
Joy. I mean, they've been exchanging numbers. I mean, 25, 17, 7, 29, 16, and 9. And I told him, stop teasing me. And what'd he do, Skip? He ain't playing no more. So, Savannah, keep your eye on Miss Triple Dub, because they're going to be happening with greater regularity. So if he up late at night, you know what's going on.
You got me on that one.
Hey, Skip.
Now back to reality.
How about this, Skip?
Yeah.
They played the Cavs have played 29 games. This is only the 4th game in which LeBron James didn't shoot at least 50% from the floor. Think about it. Let that sink in for a second, Skip. Okay, that's long enough. 4th time he didn't shoot 50% from the floor. I think he had a whole hum game. 25, 12, and 12. Now, how many people there's 30 teams, 15, so about 400 players. I guarantee you every last one of them will take that night, what he had last night.
Since you're raving about LeBron, I was going to talk about Lonzo's game, but you have now forced me to come to your side of the table. So let's talk about LeBron's game, shall we?
Talk about it.
What was the essence of this game? Why did the Cavaliers win this game? Was it because of LeBron James? It was actually because of how they shot from the three-point line, because they made 15 threes.
Yeah.
And the Lakers didn't shoot it very well from 3 and made only 9.
They don't shoot it very well from the 3.
Interesting.
So what's new?
Okay.
The Cavs do. What's new? Who leads in assisted 3-point plays? Three-pointers.
What's new is what's old, because LeBron has been on a 3-point tear, and I kept telling you or warning you it's not going to last. And last night, LeBron shot 1 for 6 from 3.
Okay.
So wait a second. The non-LeBrons made 14 of 30. That's almost 15%. 50%.
Yeah.
And they saved LeBron from himself, because if LeBron loses this game, it's 1 of 6 from 3, right?
Yeah.
And then he was only 8 of 12 from the free throw line to fall. He's still at 76% after you guaranteed me he was going to be 80 plus.
Hold on, Skip. We're not even 30 games into an 82-game season.
Interesting. And guess what I saw last night?
What'd you see?
LeBron is constantly, as ESPN had a good story last year about it, he changed his free throw motion or setup or routine about 10 different times last year. He changed it again last night. Did you see what he was doing? He'd stand with both his feet at the free throw line and then do an exaggerated, I don't know if we have a shot of this, left foot step back. Left foot step back. What is that? I've never seen anybody do that before. You're 2 feet at the line, and then you step hard back with your left and bring it back to the free throw line. What? What is that? You know what it is? It's desperation. He's teetering, crumbling back toward 67%.
I bet a lot of other NBA players would like to be desperation and be 28.2, 9 and 9 a game.
Interesting. Well, you're the one who bet
desperate.
me like 12 cases of Diet Mountain Dew that he's going to be 80 or above.
Is the season over?
No, it's not.
Okay, then.
Where is he trending?
He's trending upward.
Down.
He was trending upward.
And who would have ever thought that on Lonzo Ball's first trip to Cleveland, he would outshoot LeBron James from the three-point line? Who would have thunk it? Can you imagine? Lonzo Ball, pathetic shooting Lonzo Ball. Got to change his shot. He made 3 of 8. LeBron made 1 of 6 on Lonzo night.
I mean, Skip.
In his palace? Skip. What happened?
Stop it. I mean,
you started it. I'm just finishing it.
I'm Skip. The guy was 25, 12, and 12. A triple-double.
Nobody can stuff the stat sheet like this.
Oh, like Kevin Durant did last night?
Oh, he can.
Yeah.
Hold
on. Hold on. If you don't mind me, I don't know if you're watching this game because I had both of the TVs on. Do you know Kevin Durant, that the Warriors had a 17-point lead, and Kevin Durant checked himself back in with 6 minutes to go, and then he didn't come out till 2 minutes? Would you say, against the Mavericks, without their best player, Dennis Smith Jr.?
Okay, so wait. Let me get this straight. The Warriors are down Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Iguodala? I think Iguodala. I think they had 3 big players.
Iguodala played.
No, somebody else didn't play. Somebody else was down.
Draymond, Steph, and Zaza for cheap shot.
Okay, well, there's 3 starters. 3 starters are gone.
Okay.
Wow, interesting.
So
you don't think Kevin needed to come back in to stave the rally?
Hold up. They were up 17.
Huh.
Remember, you said LeBron James at 6 minutes in the game was up 19, and why was he in the game? So why would Kevin Durant check back in? Now, you do know.
You know what Kevin Durant is proving over the last 6 games or whatever it's been without Steph Curry?
What?
That he's the best player in basketball. He's just showing you night after night. Did you see the numbers he put up? They're LeBron-esque, right?
What? Hold on. Do you realize that Isaiah Thomas hadn't played one down? One snap, one dribble. Hadn't dribbled nothing. Hadn't gotten a 3-second call.
I can't wait for that because that's going to be problems for LeBron. He says he's going to average 30 points a game.
Skip, I don't care what he says. No, but you already know that. See, that's what you're hoping. See, you're hoping that he comes in and wants the ball, hog the ball, and shoot a bunch of times.
I'm not hoping. I just know that's how he is. That's who he is. That's what he's made of.
How was Kyrie?
Kyrie was the closer for that team. He knew what needed to get done. If you need to make the shot to win Game 7, he'll make that shot. Isaiah, I don't know about Isaiah.
No, we don't need Isaiah to take the last shot. We got the best closer right now in the NBA.
Oh, really?
The best closer. Hold on. That's what stats say. Now,
wait, are you talking about Kevin Love?
No, stop.
Kevin Love has been really
Do you
good.
know LeBron James is on pace to have the second highest PER in the history of the game? And that would be second to Wilt Chamberlain's. That 1962 season, you know what he did there. He just averaged 50, 25.
They've already played Atlanta like 7 times.
Don't do that, Skip.
I think they have.
Hold on.
So, let's talk about what matters. Lonzo Ball matters right now.
Oh, LeBron doesn't matter?
Not really.
Don't do that,
They're
Skip.
playing in the East. Lonzo is in the West with the young Lakers.
And they just lost to the Knicks, who plays in the East, who lost to the
Here they come. So, Lonzo, I thought he played pretty well last night, but I'm not going to go very well. And again, I'm the biggest Lonzo fan, but I liked his commitment last night. I liked his energy. I do think he does feed off his family when they're close by, the 2 younger brothers.
But Skip, given that this was a national televised game, remember the game, what was that, Tuesday night, was in Madison Square Garden. The arena, if you dream of playing in the NBA, you dream of playing in that arena. And then the game last night, you're playing at the home of the King.
You are?
I
agree.
The house
so you're saying if you can't get excited about those, you can't get excited about anything?
Because you want to, Skip, in front of your idol, you want to play your best game.
I agree. But I did see more energy. I saw more engagement, more assertive, more aggressive, a little more aggressive, except down the stretch. Still haven't seen it. No. I saw it a couple times, but down the stretch,
he wasn't that good. He had 5 turnovers in the third quarter, Skip.
He did. He had 6 for the game. Not good. Those are LeBron-esque. That's what LeBron.
But LeBron is going to turn the ball over, Skip, because he's going to try things that you shouldn't attempt.
Yeah. But you know what I saw last night?
What?
I saw the biggest hole in the Lakers is the 7-footer at center. Because how easy was one of LeBron's baskets on the dunk down the lane, and he did get a running start. But how about Brook Lopez? Brook Lopez, at 7 feet tall, just said, no mas. I'm not even going to try this. No. I'm not going to contest this.
Yeah. You're not going to put me on no poster. Because guess what? That's not Skip Bayless' face everybody go have hung up on their wall.
Okay.
That's Brook
you know
Lopez.
What? I think he got posterized without even trying, right? Because he got videoized. Who doesn't want to watch the video of him? It's not even Olay. He's just running from it, right?
And you see, LeBron went to the Children's Hospital, and what did one of the kids ask?
He could dunk over Lonzo.
He said, I
How
got
about Brook Lopez?
He says, I got that one. He said, but when he see me get ready to launch, he going to get out the way.
Who, Brook or Lonzo?
Lonzo. Ain't nobody want none of that.
Oh.
I don't blame him, Skip. You saw what he did on Christmas when he dumped Kevin Durant and Draymond in the hoop.
So I really like this Laker team coming into the year, and I still think they have a shot to make the back end of the playoffs.
No.
But Brook Lopez has been a 7-foot disappointment to me because he's averaging a career low in rebounds and shooting percentage from the field. And he managed last night to come up with 1 rebound. 7 feet tall, 1 rebound. And he was so shook up because he knew he's wrong. He's a good guy. And his heart's in the right place. I don't know if his guts were in the right place when he ran, but he goes to the other end and he's so discombobulated by not trying to even contest LeBron's dunk.
Airball.
He shot 2 air balls in a row because he knew he had messed up and let his teammates down.
That's what Bron do.
Yeah.
The body snatcher. He gets your heart.
He snatched his soul.
Yeah, Skip.
So, Lonzo Ball, believe it or not, still leads the Lakers in rebounding. That's phenomenal to me. And it says a lot.
That's a shame.
No, it says a lot for Lonzo, and it says nothing for Brook Lopez.
Yep, you got Larry Nance Jr., you got Brook Lopez. Now, granted, Kuzma and Julius Randle come off the bench, and they played big, especially in the fourth quarter, Skip. They played really well. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Brandon Ingram, too. You let a 6'6" point guard, and you got 6'10", 6'11" Brandon Ingram. You got Larry Nance Jr. at 6'9". You got Brook Lopez at 7'7" and you let a 6'6" rookie lead you in rebounding. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to come by the studio, and I'll put foots in all of you. That's a shame, Skip.
Well,
You know it
is. It does
is.
say a lot about Lonzo, though.
Hey, that rookie is special. He's got special instincts. He's got the gift, high IQ. And I got to tell you, I keep seeing this game after game. When he does snatch a defensive rebound and he can take it himself up the floor, I've seen those second-level stats who says he's the third fastest. Last night he was looking like the first fastest.
Can we get a call? You saw the people hitting LeBron all upside his head.
Are you going to respond to what I just said? Well, why do you changed the subject because you're afraid that Lonzo's starting to look pretty good?
Listen, we're gonna play 5 more years. So in that time, we're going to turn it over to Lonzo. But in the meantime and in between time, Skip Bayless, you need to acknowledge what you saw last night, which is greatness.
It was a great game, the Lakers have Golden State on Monday.
I saw LeBron.
You know we got Utah tomorrow night.
Who?
Cavs.
We got Utah.
They're having a hard time.
We about to go 22-8.
No mercy. Hey guys, Joy Taylor here. Before we move on, I want to bring in my colleague and former U.S. soccer star, Stu Holden, to talk about an exciting new project.
Hey guys, Fox Soccer analyst Stu Holden here. Now before the show moves along, I have an exciting announcement to share with you. Stop what you're doing and mark your calendars for Sunday, December 17th. U.S. soccer legends Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey will join Steve Nash, Roger Clemens, Bodie Miller, and other athletes and celebrities for Kickin' for Houston, a celebrity soccer match benefiting the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Now, as a Houston native myself, this is something that is near and dear to my heart. You can watch the match on Fox Soccer Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube, and on Fox Sports Go Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. If you want to donate, please visit kickinforhouston.com because 100% of the proceeds will go to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Now, get back to your show.
No mercy. Lonzo Ball had 13 points and 11 assists against his idol LeBron James last night in Cleveland. The Cavs got the win, and LeBron had another triple-double with 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists. After the game ended, LeBron and Lonzo had a quick conversation on the court, but they covered their mouths with their jerseys, so we couldn't see what they were saying. Lonzo said afterwards he was looking forward to playing against LeBron for a long time. We're joined by Professor Rob Parker.
Professor.
Wow.
You like the sound of that?
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than I'm a reporter.
I am a reporter. Don't forget that.
Are you going to drop some knowledge because you usually just spill it all everywhere, right?
How impressive was Lonzo last night?
No one has ever said the guy can't play. No, Skip. No one's ever said that.
Hear him out, Skip.
Hear me out, Skip Bayless.
Hear me out, Skip.
All right? But he wasn't, he hasn't been what was advertised. Now, we've seen.
I don't know what was advertised, but go ahead.
Magic
What
Johnson
his
said he's going to
father
replace him, and he's the. No, Magic said it. I respect Magic's basketball.
And his dad said he's better than Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what his dad said.
Okay,
Go ahead.
but Magic. And all I'm saying is that there are nights like this, and this is why I think there's a double standard for Lonzo Ball. When he plays pretty well, everyone's quick to rush to go and say, look, I told you, look at him.
Well, and how about the opposite of that?
No. And then when he doesn't play well, which we've seen plenty of that, they go, well, he's only 20.
Yeah.
The team's not that good. You can't read into it.
When he plays pretty well, what do I say? he played pretty well, but I need to see more. Have one time I said, see, I told you so? Haven't said it one time on this show.
Not you.
Not once.
But I'm saying
he just pointed to me.
He will highlight that 20. Well, he had a game where he scored 29. He's had a game where he had 16.
Or he had a triple-double or this and that. And I get it. All I'm saying is it's a double standard. They like the kid, which is fine.
Yeah.
But he's not the kid that we were sold. Not yet. And all I know is when Magic talked about him and the future and the face of the Lakers, guess what, Shannon?
Right.
They have an all-star game. The NBA all-star game is going to be in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been great if Lonzo Ball was that guy propped up playing the all-star game in L.A. at Staples, right?
Yeah, he
and right now, he's not even the best.
Magic to get into the All-Star game.
Did Steph Curry make the All-Star game his first?
No, but that's not.
He did not.
No. But
He
Steph
did
Curry
not.
didn't come in with being named the franchise face of the franchise when they drafted him. Skip,
I said before the draft, I would take him number one in the draft.
But be
That's
honest,
what I said.
you said it, but most people didn't look at Steph Curry that way.
No.
All I'm saying is that there was an opportunity, if he was supposed to be this guy, to alter the franchise, and he just hasn't done that yet. They're still a bad team that won't make the
They're
playoffs.
not a bad team.
Well, Skip, they're going to be 10-21 in a couple of days. A couple more losses.
They're going to beat the Warriors? They got the Warriors twice.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
But all I'm saying
I like
is
this team a lot. It's going to get better and better and better. Just watch.
Yeah. Watching.
And then you look at other players like Ben Simmons. You don't have to have endorsements after every game. We just recognize that the guy can play. That's all.
He got a redshirt year, which is crucial.
He did not play in the league. I don't care about all the practice, working in the gym. It ain't the same. Is it the same?
No.
It's a big
Shannon,
deal.
you know this. Practice. How many guys? Tim Tebow looks good in practice. Oh, well, maybe not.
No, he didn't. He did not look good in practice. By the way, Dak Prescott is the right-handed Tim Tebow. Go ahead.
You'll never let that go, will you?
I won't, because it's just so wrong. But go ahead.
No, so that's my point. It was good to see him play well. He can play. I've never said he can't play. All I've ever said was, to this point, he's been a bust from what we were sold as far as this guy altering the franchise with the Lakers and being this breakout star. Now, I can't wait to see when the All-Star voting does kick in. And remember, it's players, some media, and fans. It ain't just fans, where if it was fans, he might be voted in just from the attention he's gotten.
You are another victim of LeVar Ball.
No, it's not just...
You got victimized.
No, it's
by
not
him.
that.
No, I'm serious. You did.
It's not just LeVar Ball. It's that everyone, Skip, has bent over backwards when the kid, he's shooting historically low in the history of the league, and people act like it's nothing.
They did not.
Yes,
they talk about it every day.
No, but people act like, so whenever he shoots, last night was 5 for 11, which is respectable and good. Then they go, see, it's not that bad. That's all I'm saying is they make excuses when he plays poorly, and they prop him up when he plays well.
That's not true. Go ahead. No,
I want you to go.
Okay, so I'll be the first to say I have been somewhat disappointed in Lonzo so far. But I try to keep it in perspective. I always tell you, I've covered this league for years and years. You always come over on Christmas. What do I say on Christmas? The NBA starts today, because that's the cliche. I've heard it for years and years. The NBA starts on Christmas Day. Nobody even sort of pays attention to all those 28, 30 games, whatever, before Christmas Day. So can we give him a small break that he just now turned 20 years of age, and already he's 6th in the NBA in assists? Is that decent?
Yeah, good. Absolutely.
Okay, he's 4th among point guards. Is that decent of all the points? It's
Very.
decent.
Yeah.
It's okay. And you say, oh, you're cherry picking these stats, but I keep seeing flashes of special. He is special. We're talking about a gift that comes about once a generation. He can see it and feel it and pass it in ways nobody can in his generation. He's going to be the best passer of his generation. LeBron was in his. Magic was in his.
Will he win the Rookie of the Year, Skip?
I think he's got a shot.
No.
He's got a
Ben
shot.
Simmons is going to win
He's not even the best rookie on his team.
I got to disqualify Ben Simmons.
No,
for
you
Rookie of the
don't.
Year.
Well,
I do.
Well, Blake Griffin won, and he get redshirted his year also, Skip.
I don't like it.
But here's the thing,
like
Skip. You said you see flashes when he does something great, but you also see flashes, like Rob said, that he can be bust. When you shoot 1 for 13.
But last time you were on, you basically said he's a bust.
To this point. That's all I said. Not for his career, from what I've seen of the first 20-something games.
Would you have said that about Steph Curry? Because the numbers are kind of similar,
Are
except
they?
for the shooting.
Steph Curry never shot 30%
No,
or
he didn't do
29.
that.
Well, Skip,
But
that's a
Steph
big
can't
difference.
pass the basketball like this. This is really special stuff. And remember, Lonzo did have a 29-point game
Against the Phoenix Suns, one of the worst teams in the NBA.
Okay, but they had Eric Bledsoe and they had Devin Booker, and I watched every dribble of it, and it was a battle, man. And they were going at Lonzo like crazy. Triple-double. He had a triple-double against the Greek Freak, and it's Jason Kidd's team up in Milwaukee. And he's had, what are we up to now? 7 double-doubles? And those just get written off like, yeah, but he didn't shoot very well. And so he had a 16-rebound game, and he's leading the Lakers in rebounding. I'm telling you, he's got high IQ. He's got that Dennis Rodman nose for the ball coming off where you see it and you're going to guess what the caram's going to be. Yeah. It's just a gift.
But out of those 16 rebounds, 9 were his own misses. So you got to take a...
I need to get somewhere like that. If he could do that, that would be pretty special, too, if you could go get your own shot 9 times. And he's had 2 13-assist games. And he's had a 5-steal game. Listen, that's rare. It's hard to do. He disrupts on defense. And the full-court passes, we saw one last night over LeBron, right? It's just nobody else can do that.
But you can't look at also and say he was shooting at one point. I don't know what it is now because it's gotten better.
He's like 30%.
But he's 30%, which was of anybody in the entire league who took 100 shots. He had the worst shooting percentage of any player in the league.
I'm going to say it again. He came into this league with A, the biggest target on his back, thanks to his father, in the history of rookies in any sport, and B, he's trying to overcome the single most unorthodox delivery of a shot I have ever seen in all my years covering basketball.
On the pro level.
On any level. I've never seen any right-handed shooter launch the ball from the left-hand side of his face. Nobody does that from the left. It's crazy. And yet, he shot, I'm going to say it again, you don't like to hear it, but he shot 41% at UCLA, albeit from a shorter line, but he was a clutch three-point shooter. Every time they needed to break the momentum, I watched him a lot last year. Every time they needed a big three, he would shoot an NBA depth three, where he'd shoot it from 5 feet outside the line. And you'd say, where has that been? Well, last night, started to get it. You saw flashes. He made 3 and he made another 2 jump shot. I don't know. It's so early, you can't write him off because I saw a 4-block game. Do you know how hard it is to get 4 blocks in a game when you're the point guard? He can he can disrupt on defense. It will come slowly but surely, and it's been more slowly than surely. I give you that. But last night at Madison Square Garden, Madison Square Garden, and then at
Cleveland,
King's Palace. Yeah. He had back-to-back games that were, I'll just say, pretty good. I'm not raving about either one of them.
Given the circumstances, playing in Madison Square Garden, you know what that represents if you're an NBA player. Going to Quicken Loans, playing against your idol is never easy. I thought he played well also, Skip, because if you look at it, first quarter, he had 5 points, 5 assists in the first quarter. Tells me he's pushing the ball. He's trying to push the pace. I still would like to see him try to attack the rim.
I would too. I agree.
How many free throws did he have last night? That's bad for a point guard.
I don't get it. I'm with you. I don't understand it. This is not the way he played at UCLA, nor in the Summer League. And he was, for what it's worth, all those rookies, all those stud rookies played in the Summer League, he was the MVP. He was in attack mode the whole time, and he was playing with, like a swagger that you just saw. He's that guy.
Maybe Patrick Beverly.
I might have.
You know what I mean? In his debut, I mean,
you know what, Skip? And maybe last night, with the exception of getting the ball to the rim, he played more like he played at UCLA last night than any other time that you can honestly say that he played, with the exception of getting to the rim. And I thought he shot the ball relatively well by his standards since he's been in the NBA.
By his standards.
I mean, that's not a bad thing. I can live. He turned the ball over 6 times, but I can live with that if he's being aggressive.
Yeah. I live with LeBron because he's trying things that he shouldn't even be trying.
Exactly. And you can take that. But 13, 8, and 11, Skip, that's nothing to sneeze at. But again, Skip, his minus, he's second in plus minus again.
Nope. Not good.
Somehow he's got to find a way that they play as well with him on the court as they do with him off the court.
Okay.
Because it seems like when he's on the court, they get a little jolt when Clarkson and Kuzma and all those guys come in.
I do agree with you. And what is his father always saying? We heard him again on the Breakfast Club the other day. He's all about the W.
Yeah.
The kids have been taught it doesn't matter unless you win.
Right.
I can give you 5, maybe even 6 times this year, this young team, it's got a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
Their under 25s last night scored 100 points. But they were in position to close deals. And that's when you need the second pick in the draft to say, I got this.
Right.
You go here, you do this,
You don't see
and I'm going to
that.
get in the lane, and I'm going to kick it to you, and you're going to make this shot. I don't see enough of that. I see a little bit of it, but I don't see a
He's
lot
going
of
to have to become much more assertive if he wants to be that guy. Because you saw that with Magic. Magic came in. Magic was like, okay, big fella, get down there. I'm going to dump it. Walk to one side, dump it to him, and Kareem.
Kareem's career changed. You remember?
Yes.
Kareem was like, thank you.
Kareem was a punchline in the movie Airplane. You know what I mean?
And he said, Kareem said it. He said it took a lot of the pressure off of me.
He did.
Because now I'm not the only focal point.
Yes.
Irving, Irving, you going to talk to the media? Because Kareem really was never the media darling.
Yep.
So, now he has a guy that was smiling, talking to the media, but he could also play.
Okay.
Lonzo's going to have to become much more assertive, Skip, if he's going to be your guy.
And I'm going to take it one more level, and I'm going way out into the future, and this could be 2, 3, 4 years from now. He is special on his gift and his talent. But in the end, everybody at this table knows it comes down to what's in there.
Here.
It just does. I don't care who you are, how gifted you are. If you don't have that thing in there, whatever, I don't know how you want to describe it, if you want to go to that dog in you.
Right.
I haven't seen that yet here. He's a little wide-eyed, and I think his father has just sort of overwhelmed him with an aura and a pressure that no 20-year-old has felt. But at some point, you have to see him say no to the opposition, where I'm going to take this game over.
And you've said this, Skip, in watching sometimes in some of these games, he just disappears, and he's not out there. You can't even tell he's out there, and that's one of those
again,
where about the inside and about.
Okay, well, as his dad has made public, I think he's been feuding with his head coach over how he's been played. That's no good. That doesn't work.
But he's leading the team in minutes, though, Skip. He plays the
but there
first
have
and
been
second.
two fourth quarters he did not play.
And last night you saw the LeBron where LeBron whispered or whateper. I went to lip reading school.
I knew it. I knew this.
What did he say?
He had 2 things to say. He said to him that LeBron, if you need, he said, Lonzo, if you need All-Star tickets, I can help you out. If you want to come to the All-Star game.
That's good.
And he also asked for the discount code for the online sale of the big ball.
The discount code.
Right, exactly. He wants to buy
Friends
them
and family.
just in case.
Yeah.
What did I say in our morning meeting today about not letting Rob go first on what LeBron said? Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I
get
did. I said it.
You know what? I will give you credit though. You didn't laugh until after you told the truth.
Right, I told you
You're getting
so.
better.
I'm
You had
working
a
on
chuckle in your voice, but
You had a smile, but you're getting closer.
No mercy.
The game of the year in the AFC on Sunday between the Patriots and the Steelers. That's how we say it in Pittsburgh. Joined by Fox NFL analyst Mark Schlereth. Stink, what is your prediction?
I'm not going to go against New England. I'm not going to go against New England when they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. The last time these two teams played, and you go back to that playoff game where Pittsburgh is going to try to play them in almost the entirety of the game in zone coverage. That's what they play. And in every zone, there's a void in that zone. And you give Brady enough time, he's going to pick that zone apart. And that's what's happened. You look at the last 4 times they've played, Patriots are 4-0. There's only been one game that's been a 7-point game. I think every other game has been a double-digit game. I expect the same type of production, the same type of outcome for the Steelers and Pittsburgh, or for the Steelers and New England when they face off. And, I expect another double-digit victory, like a 31-20 type of victory by New England.
Pittsburgh defensive coordinator said they're playing man coverage. They've been talking about this all offseason. We're not playing them in zone. We're going to be man, mano-y-mano. We coming to get your quarterback. We're going to lock up across the board. Okay, good luck with that. We'll see how it works out. And I agree with you. I don't like this matchup because they, unlike a lot of other teams, have the same problem, have not found an answer for Gronk. If Gronk's in the lineup, you must neutralize him. Now, it makes it tough when he has Edelman also. Well, Edelman's hadn't been there the entire season. But you must neutralize him. If you can take Gronk away, somehow limit him, you got a good chance. But the Steelers, they don't have safeties that's known to cover. They don't have linebackers that's known to cover. Their linebackers, they draft 3-4 linebackers that go get your quarterback. Well, Gronk's going to be in the flex position. He's going to be in the slot. They're going to kick him out wide. And you're going to say, okay, what you have to offer us? He will get 12 to 13 targets. He will be over 100 yards receiving. He'll have 2 touchdowns. And I like the Patriots to win 30 to 26. That's simple.
I hear what you're saying, you two football ex-stars, but I look at, on paper, Pittsburgh should win this game by 2 touchdowns. The truth is, on the field, Pittsburgh should win this game by 2 touchdowns. The truth is, Pittsburgh has the leading rusher in the NFL who says that he's on a mission to get even for what didn't happen in the AFC Championship game when he had a pulled groin and couldn't go from the second snap on, had, 6 carries for 20 yards. And now he's up against a defense that is allowing 5 yards a carry, which is dead last in the NFL. And Antonio Brown isn't just having a good year, he's having a transcendent year because he's now second in the odds to win the MVP as a wide receiver. A little, 5'9", 175-pound wide receiver is second odds to win the MVP. And they do have Martavis, and they do have Juju. These are game-breaking new weapons that they have, one back and one rookie, and they have won 8 straight games, and New England is coming off an embarrassment at the hands of Jay Cutler and the Dolphins in Miami on Monday night. Short week, quick turnaround, travel to go to Pittsburgh. Everything screams Pittsburgh, but I think a majority of the experts, the ones I've kept up with, are picking New England. I'm picking New England just because of number 12. It's just Brady. It's just, and again, at what point do all the Steelers just get sick and tired of hearing about Tom Brady and what he's been doing to them for these many years? He's 10-2 against them with 29 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. That's outrageously good against a cornerstone National Football League team that over Brady's reign has gotten to the Super Bowl 3 times because it didn't have to face Tom Brady.
Yes.
It avoided Tom Brady 3 times and got to the Super Bowl and won 2.
But, Skip, if you look at the Patriots and you just look at them and take them off on paper, the only reason you ever pick New England is Tom Brady.
It's the only reason.
They never had a J.J. Watt. They never had a Von Miller.
And they don't even have Dante Hightower, their best player on defense.
For one season, they had Darrelle Revis, but they've never had an upper echelon guy. They've never had what we would consider a top 5 wide receiver, with the exception of Randy Moss. But for the most part, the only reason you ever pick them, what did they say? Tom Brady, Coach Belichick. It's not about what's on, especially defensively. You say, I'm not picking against Tom Brady. I'm not picking against Bill Belichick. So for you,
how many times this year have you told me they can't protect him? He's taken too many hits at age 40, right?
Yeah.
And he's still, here's one of the matchups that I just find fascinating about this, because New England, and one of their philosophies is we're going to try to make you play left-handed, right? Make you go away from your strength. I almost look at them and say, okay, defensively, what are they going to do? Because every defensive coordinator's first thing they say, when you go meet with defensive coordinators, what do they always say? Got to defend the run. Got to stop the run, right?
Okay.
I feel like this for the Patriots is like, no, we got to stop 84. And what we're going to do is we're going to jam him. We're going to play a trail technique.
I stop 84 every day, but go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness.
84 get open.
Okay. But you're gonna jam him with a corner, play trail technique, safety over the top. We're gonna try to take him out, double team him, and every play. And if we give up 5 yards a carry,
I'm with
and you can go play after play after play, and you can string 12 plays together to score, then we'll tip our caps to you. But we're not going to let 84 beat us. Right. That's why, so it's part of it is backwards, and that's one of the brilliance, the brilliant kind of just scenarios that play out for New England all the time. They always put it on you, and basically they get you to the point where you make the mistake. You don't score in the red zone. And the next thing you know, you give 12, the ball with a minute left, and he goes down and beats you.
But the thing is that, here's the thing. If you let Le'Veon run the ball, the best defense for Tom Brady, and you can have 5 Pro Bowl defensive linemen and 3 in your secondary. But if he gets the ball, he gets enough cracks at you, he's going to get the ball in the end zone. The best defense for him, the absolute best, is to have him on the sideline. When he's drinking water or he and Josh McDaniels are looking at plays, that's your best chance to win. Now, I agree with you. Coach Belichick is like, we're not giving up big plays because we're going to see how patient you are. Because I believe you'll make a mistake. If you have to go 12, 13 plays, I believe you'll make a mistake. Mm-hmm. Can Ben be patient? Because what we've seen, a lot of teams, they get impatient.
That's true.
And when you get impatient with the Patriots, that's when they make you play. Can you go 12? Are you willing to take the 4-yard, the 5-yard, or are you going to try to get the 20 and 30, the big play to get your crowd in the game? Crowds don't get into the game with 5-yard gains. You get a big play over the top, that's when the crowd gets electric. But Le'Veon Bell, if they give him, you already know, 23 carries, they're 20-0. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm starting with. Haley, how many different ways can we give him the football? Right. Because we get to 23 with 20-0. Le'Veon Bell, if he walks out of this game, well, he should have IVs at the end of the fourth quarter because he should have 45 touches.
Okay.
35 rushing attempts and 10 pass attempts.
Well, I do not doubt that Pittsburgh's going to score, which is why I think Tom Brady's going to win this game 35-31. You think high score?
Yeah, I was like 31-20, somewhere in that range, 31-24, something like that. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think New England's coming out on top.
They're just going to keep owning the Steelers.
Sometimes you just match up well with a team. Your confidence is you walk on the field, you just have confidence. That's what the Steelers do with the Chiefs every time.
Yeah.
Mark, thanks for joining us.
You got it.
No mercy. The Cowboys have won 2 straight to keep their playoff hopes alive, and they have a must-win on Sunday night in Oakland. Shannon, what's your prediction?
Pain.
Pain? You picking Oakland?
For the Raiders.
Oh, for the Raiders.
Skip, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I've never been totally bought into Derek Carr. There's no question he's taken a step back this year. Mm-hmm. Their offense is underachieved. Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch has not given them the jolt that a lot of people thought that he would. It's been a down year for Crabtree. It's been a down year for Cooper. The offensive line has not been as dominant as they were last year, either opening holes for the running game or protecting Carr. Defensively, they've been basically Khalil Mack or bust for the last couple of years. The Cowboys, and I know your Sean Lee thing, but the last 2 weeks the Cowboys have run the ball 73 times. When the Cowboys run the ball 30 or more times this season, they're 6-1. Now, if Sean Lee's playing running back, that might be a reason why. The Raiders defense, Skip, they're 6. They're dead last in takeaways. 6 games. They have 6 takeaways. 6. Is that good? Last in points allowed per drive. Is that good? No. So with that being said, they will do what they've done the last 2 weeks, which is run the ball down people's throat. And they run the ball again. I got the Cowboys 27. I got the Raiders 17.
I got to ask, because I keep wondering, what's that white thing on your phone? Oh, that's your mint?
Yeah.
So you take the mint out of your mouth and put it on your phone? I've been wondering what that was. I thought it was some new gizmo on your phone. No?
No, we got more mints. I got a whole thing.
Oh, you got a whole thing of
Well,
mints.
I had a big bowl.
Just swallow it.
Starting on,
Huh?
You're not supposed to
Just
swallow
bite it. Bite through it
There's
and swallow
more
it.
mints in here, too. Look.
Hold on.
Take it out and
mints
put
are
it on your
chocolate.
phone?
Joy, you heard what he said?
What?
You know what? This is 13 racks in my mouth. You talking about I'm going to break one of these?
Well, it's not that hard to bite.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Why?
Well, it's kind of disgusting. I have to sit and look at your mint that you just took out of your mouth on your phone. Every topic I have to do it, Joy, and I wonder
Well, how
what it
about
is.
this?
Thank you.
I put my fence up.
We have an unlimited amount of mints.
I put the fence up. He can't see it now. See, that's why I put a fence up in my yard, because people be looking in your yard. They ain't got no business.
That is true.
You supposed to be looking over at your nose.
Well, I can't help it. It's in my sight line.
Okay, well,
it kind of makes me nauseous. You know, it's like.
Okay, here.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm done with the mint. I
Thank
threw it
you.
away.
All right.
Jeez.
Well, I keep seeing it every topic. It's sitting over there, and I think, what is that? Is it like?
He's got to keep the breath fresh. I appreciate that, though, Shannon.
Yeah, people, I mean.
All right, back to what really matters, the Dallas Cowboys. I believe that the Cowboys will win fairly convincingly at Oakland. And I've been there many times for Cowboy Raiders games, and trust me, those people do not like the Dallas Cowboys. It's almost like they're a division rival of the Raiders.
Raiders fans don't like anybody.
They don't, but there's just something about Cowboys Raiders. It's bad blood. The black hole goes berserk when the Cowboys. So, look, Do I think Oakland's still dangerous because of the offensive line? Yeah. And they had won 4 out of 6 before they went to Kansas City. And you want to talk about laying an egg? They're down 26-0 to the struggling Chiefs, and they rallied, quote unquote, in the fourth quarter, made it 26-15. Are they not very good? They're not very good for all the reasons you detailed. Is Washington very good? No. Are the Giants very good? Definitely not. Have my Cowboys started to catch fire? Yes.
Against not very good teams.
Okay, I got it. But they needed this after those 3 nightmares in a row at Atlanta, Eagles, Chargers.
Against good teams.
In my life, my career of watching this team, my whole life of watching this team, I've never had 3 worse weeks in a row than those 3 weeks.
Good teams. That's what happens to the Cowboys.
Those are just, they're all-time humiliations. They're good teams. They are good teams. No Sean Lee, no Ezekiel Elliott. Sean Lee even more valuable than Ezekiel Elliott. He is.
Stop it.
He is. You just saw what happened. He came back against the Giants and had 18 tackles and an interception. Are you kidding me?
Skip, they're averaging 36 carries a game.
And
you only get 60 plays a game.
By the way, the other Ohio State back, Rod Smith, Jalen Smith's brother, he had a little coming out party up at the Giants, didn't he?
And Ohio State players stick together. You saw what Eli Apple retweeted.
I saw that. That was a bad idea. On his
I don't know what
during the game.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Well, I think he's out. He wants to be somewhere else. He doesn't like them. They don't like him. Right? Okay. So back to Ohio State. The Ohio State. Well, we got another back from Ohio State. Just goes about 225, and you see him catch the ball in the little slant, and he was gone. He can run.
Yeah.
See him run for the late touchdown. He can run. So they have been lauding him all along, and I hadn't seen it until now. Well, Alfred Morris plus Rod Smith, I think they can muddle through one more time. All we need is one more.
Or are you ready for Zeke, huh?
Well, he comes back. And we heard our man Eric Dickerson saying he sounded good and he looked even better, right?
Yeah.
Been working out, and where did he say, Cabo?
Cabo.
So Europe, he went to Cabo, Europe?
Cabo is close to Europe.
It's close.
Just the other direction.
But whatever.
Don't you have to fly over Cabo to get to Europe?
Yeah.
Oh.
As long as, well, I haven't read about any incidents in Cabo, so I guess he's doing okay, I guess. So one more game, just the Raiders. Dak Prescott has said from the start, from the Washington game, from here on, every game is a quote-unquote playoff game for us. Long shot to make the playoffs, I give you that, but they did beat the Washington Redskins when that felt a little dicey. And they did go up to the Giants. It's a division rivalry, and it was a close game into the fourth quarter, and they started to click and pop in the fourth quarter.
I'm the head coach. You're the GM for the Giants. We're not, so they don't have one either. So guess what? They're in turmoil. Everybody's ready to get up out of there. Nobody wants to have surgery in the offseason, so those guys are playing not to get injured. They're not trying to win any games, Skip, okay?
So what I've called my kindergarten secondary is now like in the 7th or 8th grade. They've grown up about that much. And with their quarterback back on defense, Sean Lee, everything started to unify and come together, and I started to see a real defense. David Irving might play. He's been in concussion protocol. He didn't play at the Giants. He's a monster, man.
Yeah, he flashes.
Yeah, he flashes. And Bryce Butler did not play at the Giants, and I'm going to say it one more time. I have no receivers who can separate or get behind anybody except one, and it's that guy, Bryce Butler, and I'm pretty sure he's going to play at Oakland, and if he can get behind the Raiders a couple of times, that'll be huge for this offense. It'll give it another big boost. So I just have a feeling, I have a good feeling. I'm usually like a little nervous about it. I'm not nervous about this game. Maybe I should be, but I think they go in there and just take care of one more night's worth of business. 28-17 Dallas, and then Zeke comes back, and then Seattle comes to Jerry World, and then you are in big trouble because you're on the record that you are on the table with a case of Diet Mountain Dew on the Seahawks.
Yeah, Russ.
Correct?
Yeah, Russ I trust.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. And Beast Mode going to drop that hammer. It's going to be a quake in Oakland.
Huh. Okay.
Start rumbling. You remember how he rumbled against New Orleans, how he rumbled against Arizona?
Wait, are you switching your pick?
No.
Now?
I just wanted to run over one time.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. You can switch. You can have Oakland.
I know I don't.
I would feel better if you were picking Oakland.
I know you would, but I'm trying
you
to
can have
win.
them. Just go ahead and switch.
No. Because then all you're going to say, I thought you knew football. They're going to take your credentials for the Hall of Fame.
I did think you knew football.
I do know football.
Yeah.
That's why I'm picking the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
27-17.
Well, we're just right on. I'm 1 point short. I got one more. I'm going to score one more point than you thought. 28-17. And then, are we on? We got the bet?
Yeah.
I love this.
You think
You know, I don't like Dallas against Seattle. I love Dallas against Seattle.
Bobby, now you get a chance to see one of the two best linebackers. Now, one of them is going to be on display this week against Green Bay, Luke Kuechly. The other, Bobby Wagner, we'll watch him in national televised game next week. Dropping that hammer on Zeke Elliott.
Joy, do we have a rule that you can't take back your bet?
No,
you can't rescind?
No.
Yeah, because next week I'll hear, well, I've been thinking about it.
I ain't thinking about nothing.
Yep.
I'm thinking about Bobby Wagner putting that hammer on Zeke. He gonna wish he was back in Cabo. How people stay in shape going on vacation for 6 weeks, Joy?
Oh, it's not vacation. You're just training.
Oh.
It's doing that
What
Rocky
Eric
Beach
said.
workout.
Yeah.
Can I get
Hard to
another
run in the
mint now?
sand.
Yeah, you can have a mint.
You want a mint or chocolate?
No, you eat up all the chocolate. I want a mint.
You act like you don't eat the chocolate.
I mean, I have a couple of them when you leave something in there for me. I mean, you know, I got to keep a breath. I mean, now sometimes, Skip, I'll be at home and people, their breath, I can smell it through the TV.
They say that?
No, I can smell it.
Well, it's not smell-o-vision.
Yeah, I just hear a person talking like, oh,
You
I
just
know
tell?
that's bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Mine fresh.
I appreciate the blockade there.
Yeah, I put my fence
retaining
up.
wall. Yep. Thank you.
You got spit on your phone now.
It's all right. It's my phone. Well, hold on. Why y'all over here in my
That's why
business?
it never works.
Y'all all, Joy. Oh, Joy.
No mercy. Aaron Rodgers has been medically cleared and is expected to start on Sunday in Carolina for the 7-6 Packers. Green Bay will likely need to run the table to make the playoffs, but Rodgers said earlier this week, quote, I'm not coming back to save this team. Shannon, what do you expect from Rodgers against
He is
Carolina?
coming back to save this team too, Skip, because Brett Hundley kept him afloat. And so now, Aaron Rodgers, we need you to be Usain Bolt. We need you to track down everybody that's in front of us. And you can go a long way in that because you got Carolina. They're in the wild card hunt. Now you would have the over them. You'd have the tiebreaker head because you've beaten them head to head. You got Minnesota. You can get some revenge on them because they knocked you out. Hey, you can help your own cause. And, you own Detroit. I mean, think of Aaron Rodgers Ford because he owns more Detroit than the Ford family. They own a lot of stuff up in Detroit, Skip.
Yeah.
Skip, here's the thing. 7 weeks is a long time to be out for a quarterback. And remember in 2013 when he broke his collarbone, he was out 7 games. His first 2 drives, he threw picks. Now, he did come back and beat Aaron Rodgers to finish that game, and they win in the end. But I believe he'll be rusty. Now, and everybody's like, well, you see what Tom Brady did in his first games back? Yeah, Tom Brady played Cleveland. Cam Newton's going against Carolina. And what Carolina does is they hit your quarterback. That's what they can do. And you hate to use like, this Aaron Rodgers. But, Skip, you want to keep him in the pocket. And think about what you're saying. You're talking about a 2-time MVP, a guy arguably one of the greatest of all time. Ain't no arguing. He right now universally regarded as the first or second best quarterback currently playing. I believe he's the greatest thrower of the football that I've ever seen. You want him to stay in the pocket because that way you can monitor him. Skip, when you let him outside the pocket going left or right, you're in a heap of trouble. Carolina will do their absolute best to keep him in the pocket. Now, you remember in Cam Newton's MVP season 2015, Carolina had him down 37-14. Aaron Rodgers missed a throw that could have, put him back down 2 and maybe 2-point conversion. They tied a ball game.
He was not very good down the stretch of that game.
No, but the defense, Carolina's defense, 3rd in sacks, 7th versus the pass, 4th against the rush. This is not an ideal situation for Aaron Rodgers, but he's Aaron Rodgers for a reason. He's been great for a long time, and it's hard to bet against him. But given the fact that he's been out for 7 weeks playing against this defense, they know they still got an outside chance to track down New Orleans. They play Atlanta again. I like Carolina. I like Carolina to beat Aaron Rodgers, and I love me some Aaron Rodgers.
Sounds like you like Carolina a lot. And yet, Joy, all last year, I don't know if you remember this, I had to sit over here and hear from that side of the table, he's transcendental.
He is.
Transcendental?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, transcendental,
Yes.
the greatest thrower of the football ever.
Absolutely.
Not even close. Dan Marino, who's
Oh,
he?
it's close. I didn't say it wasn't close. I'm saying What I've seen, I played with Danny. Danny, my guy. Danny, you owe me some of them Joe Stone crabs.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. What?
I mean, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna snitch.
Joy, you be dry snitching left and
I'm
right.
not gonna snitch. He's allergic to shellfish. You don't even eat them.
Aha.
But you know,
You just like people giving you
but
stuff.
the homies coming over, you know, we celebrate.
Okay, right.
You know, hen and crabs, stone crabs go good together.
Stone crab is delicious.
It also sounds like you're allergic to putting your pride out on the line, to have the courage of your convictions.
Why you want me to pick Aaron Rodgers when I don't think he's going to
Here
win?
he is. It's a silver platter opportunity. The NFC is wide open.
Skip, he's been out 7 weeks.
The NFC is saying, win me. Aaron, win me. And he had that little vanilla comment about, I'm not here to say.
Okay, how about this? Let me ask you a question. If Dak Prescott was out 7 weeks and he came back against the Philadelphia Eagles, would you pick Dak to beat the Eagles?
Would Sean Lee be healthy?
You know what, Skip, but if you...
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. If Sean Lee were healthy, I would.
You know
because
what?
Sean Lee would do a number on your guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Omarosa mad at Sean Lee.
Yeah, okay. So, back to Aaron Rodgers. Before the year started, USA Today ranked all the receiving core in the NFL, and Aaron Rodgers was number 2.
Yes.
With the in order right now in catches, it's Devonta Adams, it's Randall Cobb, it's Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson, that's his favorite receiver.
But Skip, think about what has Jordy looked like with Brett Hundley as opposed to what he looks like with Aaron.
Jordy Nelson is 3rd on the team in catches. With Aaron, he's about to vault back to the top because they have a wavelength.
Yes,
they have
do.
a rapport.
Yeah.
They have a trust.
Yes.
Like Brady and Edelman,
Yes.
right? And Geronimo Allison has been catching some balls. He caught 4 balls at Cleveland. So you got 4 guys who are pretty to very good.
Okay.
So what's the problem? Look, has Carolina been invincible at home?
No.
Remember what the Saints did
did.
to them? It
Minnesota
was
did it.
34-13. Wow. And the Eagles, your guy went in there and beat them on, what was it, Thursday night?
You make it seem like that's a... Hold on, Skip. Hold up.
Well,
you make it seem
It's an
like that's a
upset.
shock.
Shock. They went in there and pretty much just dominated.
Like we did on Sunday night to your team.
I didn't have anybody. I didn't have Sean Lee or Zeke.
Foots.
Huh? Yeah, wait until
Foot
Foots
to it.
get planted in. Wait until Foles Gold gets to play that last game.
Why look, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But do you understand what Carolina represents defensively?
I do. They're good.
Did you
This guy's transcendental. It's perfect. Well, he didn't really embrace the opportunity to say, we're going to run the table. That's what he should have said.
But you saw, Skip, now you saw Tom Brady on Monday night. When a defense gets after the quarterback, you see what happens. This is what Carolina is capable of doing to Aaron Rodgers. You understand that, right?
Well, do you understand how much more mobile Aaron is than Tom Brady? Aaron's not coming off a knee injury, is he? He's not coming off a hamstring tear. Nope.
But he's not.
It's a shoulder.
Yeah, but he's been
He
away
can
7
run.
weeks. He's been away for 7 weeks. It's a whole different ball game when you're back there throwing scout team with a red jersey on as opposed to being in the live ammunition.
It sounds like you're trying to protect your man, Aaron Rodgers.
Protect him for what?
I don't know, from embarrassment because he's not been playing for 7 weeks and he's at Carolina.
Had he been playing the Cowboys with Sean Lee, with Too Tall Jones, with Randy White, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
With those guys?
Yeah.
Well, then why wouldn't you take him at Carolina? These guys aren't nearly as good as the guys you just mentioned.
No, but they got Sean Lee.
Who?
Cowboys.
No, I'm talking about Carolina. Carolina does not have Sean Lee.
They got Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, but he's
The
the,
best line-
the second best linebacker.
No, Bobby Wagner says, hold this for me right quick.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner's going to miss
I'll give you Bobby Wagner and Kuechly are tied for second.
Just skip.
They're tied for second.
Skip, why you do that?
I'm just telling you the fact.
That ain't no fact.
The numbers scream. I don't know how we got on this.
Ain't no number screaming. That's you screaming.
No, the numbers scream that they're 19-4 with Sean Lee in the lineup. This year they're 1-6 without him. What do you?
We got on this because Shannon compared Dak Prescott to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
But that's what you told me. You told me he's just like Dak. I mean, just like Aaron. He beat him up there in Lambeau. Did you see his QBR was like 87?
So just because you brought it up. So at Lambeau, this is their first head-to-head meeting. Dak Prescott's a raw rookie, 4th-round pick out of nowhere, Mississippi State. And he goes QBR 65 to Aaron's 30 against the Cowboys. Sean Lee was there, though. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Kind of like Brady's QBR the other night.
Yeah, well, it was terrible. No, I got it. But then in the playoff game, Aaron played really well, but they're about it's 79 to 80. So the QBRs are almost even in the playoff game because I told you Dak brought him back with 300+ yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
You know why he brought him back? Because he let him down to begin with.
He did not let him down.
At least you could do is you're going to put him inside the roll, come back and get
This season
me.
in the marquee matchup at Jerry World,
Drum roll, please.
Dak Prescott, QBR of 97, Aaron Rodgers 74. Not bad, but not here.
What?
So in the 3 games, the average is Dak Prescott 80 QBR to Aaron Rodgers 61. I thought he was transcendental.
Joy, would you like to try that new W? This one. Ooh, I know you like tacos. Got one just for you. One of them old taco flavored W's.
Really?
Ooh, the thing's good.
I just stay at the W Hotel. That's all I do. Yeah.
But who you pick? Who you like in this game?
I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm the only one who has any faith in him here.
You know what?
I do. I have faith.
You know what it is? No,
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to win this game.
No, you know
Come
why?
on.
You know why you picking him?
Wake up.
Because you want him to put a dent in Carolina. Because Carolina is up in front, and you want somebody to help your cause.
I need dents everywhere.
Yeah.
I need both of them to lose. Is that possible? Could both teams lose?
Well, you need to be in a hailstorm because there ain't gonna be that many dents. Ain't nobody. All them teams in front of you: Atlanta, Carolina, Green Bay, Seattle.
Stranger things have happened.
Ain't that strange?
Yeah.
This ain't no Amityville horror.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't strange.
Yeah, they're back.
No,
The
there ain't
Cowboys,
nobody back.
they're
No, they're not. No, they're
They're
not.
back.
Seattle got something for you too next week. I'm saying it right now. I'm picking them. But
You
we
are?
got due on it.
Okay, I got it right now.
Yep.
I'll take it
Yep.
right here, right now.
Yep.
Is it a done deal?
Done.
You're not going to backtrack?
Done.
No backtrack.
Done. Been cooking for 3 hours.
Thank
you know
you.
Thanksgiving dinner cooked
I
for 3
got
hours.
this.
Granny
I
got
this.
Granny got an early Thanksgiving day and cooked that turkey.
The breakfast of champions.
No mercy. Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. Keep an eye out for a weekend edition of the podcast tomorrow morning featuring this week's best NFL segments. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.